What is up, MMA fans? This is Tudor Leonte for Sherdog here, and today I'm honored to talk with the interim UFC Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Ciryl Gane. Bonjour Ciryl, comment ça va?
Bonjour, ça va bien et toi?
Sherdog.
Merci, c'est gentil, merci beaucoup. I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. So I would like to ask how is life in Paris? But actually, I'm living here, and I know how beautiful and crazy this city can be at times. Do you agree with that?
You live in Paris?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice. And you like it?
Oh, yes, yes. I've moved here in January, and yes. So far, it was good. You know, at first with the confinement lockdown, it was difficult, but
it was a little bit difficult, yeah.
Right
yeah,
now.
Paris. The life is Paris. After the fight against Derrick Lewis, changed a little bit. Yes, that's true. The people can recognize me a little bit more in the street, and this is nice because the people are kind with me. So this is fun. This is cool. Positive.
How was your trip to New York?
The trip was really great. And of course, Nassourdine Mavov won his fight, so this is the most important. But yes, this is the first time I move in New York just like a coach. So I was not, I had nothing to do for the fight, you see. So I was a little bit more free. So it was really nice. I moved a little bit, and this is a beautiful city too.
Did you enjoy the fights that night? You went there for UFC 268.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Not inside because it was not possible to cross the line when you're in the staff and with the public. That's not possible to cross the line. So I watched this on the TV when we was in the locker room. And beautiful night. The night was really crazy. The fight of this card was really huge, really huge.
Would you like to compete at Madison Square Garden one day?
Oh yes, with pleasure. I love New York, for real. I love New York. With pleasure, yeah.
So you won your belt in August after defeating Derrick Lewis. Congratulations on that, obviously. And that night you fought with basically all people inside the Toyota Center cheering against you. How did you manage to handle the pressure that time?
I don't know exactly how I did that, but it was really easy. It was just a funny moment. And then I remember, so yeah, my music entrance was a song from Houston, and all the people thought it was the entrance of Derrick Lewis.
Okay. Okay.
So at first the people was yeah, and maybe a couple seconds after, boo. So it was really crazy. It was not possible to listen to my music, so it was really crazy. And after, for the entrance for Derrick Lewis, all the light up. It put all the light, and you see all the flash of the iPhone or the mobile for the people. And at this moment, it was really crazy. Everybody singing the song, and I returned to see face to face to my coach, and I say, I remember we say together, "Wow, that's so cool. That's so beautiful." It was really funny. It was a really great moment. It was not for me,
yeah,
but it was the same, exactly the same. Without the pressure, because maybe this is put a little bit more pressure for the fighter from the city.
And that night you stopped your opponent in the third after pretty much handling Lewis for the previous 2 rounds. Did something from, I don't know, did he do that night something different, something that you didn't expect or you didn't plan for it?
No, it was exactly what we expected, exactly. And we did exactly what we because we make it a plan, of course, and we did exactly what we was to do, and so we did it, and we did it very well, and we predict exactly a finish around the second round or the third round, and we did it. So the plan was perfect, and the night was really perfect. But no, it doesn't surprise me, no, with anything, no.
I mean, for you, it was quite a night. It was obviously quite a night as well for France in general. And you are now scheduled to face your former training partner, Francis Ngannou. But before we talk about that, since I know everybody wants to hear us talking about this topic, there is something else I would like to discuss with you. Last year, the French government officially recognized MMA as a sport. What do you think about that, and how has the situation improved for MMA in France since?
This has improved a lot for the fighter from France. Me, for example, maybe we have more partner, of course, because now this is legal. This is legal in this country, so the people, the brand, all of the brand are more interesting about me, and because also we are in the top, and this is a perfect timing. This is a really perfect timing, and yes, and one day I hope the UFC gonna come to Paris, because this is gonna help a lot the young fighter, because we have a lot of stars in my country, not only in the MMA, in any sport. When you see the soccer, it was exactly the same. Athletics, judo, every sport. This is a little country, but you have a lot of stars in the sport. And so yes, so in the first card in Paris is gonna be crazy for the young fighter. This is gonna give him a chance to fight for the UFC, to sign a contract, and to shine on the big TV, you see. So yeah, I hope this is gonna happen really now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you never fought in France as a professional in MMA, obviously.
In MMA, no, never in MMA. It was just
how crazy is that?
Yeah, I think it's, you see, for this fight, for my next fight in January, and in Los Angeles, a lot of French people are gonna come for this fight. So I can't imagine if this happening in France. Yeah, I think if one day I'm gonna fight in Paris, because this is not sure, I hope this is gonna be crazy. I think they're gonna have really much fun.
Did the UFC offer you, or at least did you talk with the UFC about fighting Ngannou, about your fight with Ngannou taking place in Paris, in France?
Yes, a little bit. This was on the little paper, because we make we gave this information to the UFC. Yeah, we want to do that in France, because probably this will be crazy, because we're from together from the MMA factory. MMA factory is in Paris, and every fan in France, but not only in France, in Europe, probably will come to Paris to see this fight, because this is a big fight. But unfortunately, he did another choice. But that's okay. That's okay. Next time, I hope.
Yeah, I hope as well, obviously. And I agree that it would have been crazy, to hear and knowing. I saw some local events here, and obviously they're not compared to the UFC, but people were, was really warm, and they were really chanting and cheering and supporting the local fighters. It was such a nice atmosphere, so I'm really hoping the UFC decides to comes to France one day.
One day, I hope. I cross my finger. Yeah.
You and your next opponent actually met in the backstage at UFC 268. It was this video that I believe everybody saw it, where he walked past you and your coach and Nasruddin Imavov. Um,
Also,
can I ask you what happened there?
I don't know. This is a really great question. But you see, with Francis, we are not really close. I'm not on my phone to text to Francis Ngannou. It's not a close friend. But I think, yeah, you have a little story with more with Fernando Lopez.
Mhm.
I think you have more stories with Fernando Lopez. He did 5 years together, so he bring Francis Ngannou in the UFC. There are too much stories, and I don't know why he did this choice. But for me, it's wrong. That's not good to do that. You must have a respect, even if you have a problem with a person, or don't do that. That's not really, that's not kind. That's really not good. But and unfortunately, because for me the most shame is with Nasruddin Imavov, because Nasruddin Imavov is out of these stories, and he helped. Maybe this is the first guy helping Francis Ngannou all of his career, and it's a little bit the shame. He was just won his fight, just a high five or something like that, just congratulations or
It's by me.
something like that.
So he
Yeah,
said
just like
nothing.
that.
He
He
said,
say nothing.
"Oh,
No, we just crossed. So that you don't know someone took his phone to filming. You don't knew that.
okay, okay, I understand that." But I know that, like you said, there was some history between Ngannou and Monsieur Lopez. But were you on good terms as far as, when he left, or while you trained together, right? You were
Yeah.
sparring partners. Were you on good terms when he left?
If Francis left the MMA factory, it was not because they had a problem. Huh? That's what it was not for that. Francis lived already there a few years ago, and he came back to Paris to prepare some fight like over him or something like that. No, no, he left the gym because he want to live. This is a dream for him to live in America. So that's why he live. And now I think, yeah, he prefer to change the gym. That's more practical, like that's
Mm.
more easy to train, to do a camp. And yeah, yeah, Lopez have had some sorry,
No worries, no worries.
Lopez had some deception. He was a little bit disappointed, so that's why there are something like that together with
Yeah, but
in each
be,
other.
between you and him, you said that obviously you are not friends, you're not texting each other. Okay, that's
No, there are
understandable.
nothing. There are not.
You don't have any bad blood between the two.
No, nothing, nothing, nothing,
But
nothing,
you,
nothing.
you looked like really disappointed, when he
A little
passed
bit,
through you.
yes, yes, a little bit because I was a little bit surprised, yeah, and after I was disappointed because for me that's not correct. If you ask to a children, this is right or wrong, the people are gonna say, yeah, it's wrong. This is not good. When you cross the people like that with your former coach, he did everything for you to bring you on the top. With Nasruddin Imavov also, he took all the time for you. Me a little bit too, not too much, but a little bit. So that's a little bit change. Yeah,
How is your training camp going?
really nice. I started in September because this is the first time we had a time between two fights. So I take a little bit rest after August.
course.
So I did all the months in August, and we started at the end of September, and we started for the first time the strength conditioning for the power because that's important. That's really important to try to improve all the level. You see, that's important to have the fight IQ. That's important to have the speed, the cardio, and the power too, the strength too. So this is, but you need to have time. You must have time
Of course.
for this conditioning. So it was the first time. So that's nice. That's good. That's nice. How this is gonna help me too.
Are you going to change something in your training routine for this fight, or
Mm.
will you do pretty much the
No.
usual?
Every time the people ask me that, but every time I say no. If you look my former fight, all my fight of my career, every time I used my strength, my advantage every time. So I'm not gonna change anything. Everybody know my advantage is the fight IQ to manage the situation, move well, good footwork, and a good cardio. I'm gonna use that every time, all my career.
I read that your opponent, has brought Rico Verhoeven to try to, let's say, to mimic your fighting style.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think about that?
This is a good idea. This is nice. To be the best, you must to train with the best. And I'm from the Muay Thai at first,
Yep.
and I think my biggest strength is the striking with is the Muay Thai. So that's not a bad idea. That's nice. After it's a little bit different. Well, because I changed a little bit my style. It's not exactly when I was in the Muay Thai. I was a little bit different. The kickboxing and the Muay Thai is not the MMA, so it's different. So it's a little bit different. That's not a bad idea.
You didn't
And I
have
love
to.
Rocky and Rico Verhoeven. I love this guy. He's really huge. So no, that's nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you didn't have to worry about takedowns at the time when when you were fighting in Muay Thai, nor about
No,
grappling.
exactly. That's why it's different. It's different.
Are you going to bring someone to help you prepare for Ngannou's, power punches and
Yes,
powerful fighting style?
yes, of course. Like every fight, every camp, we're looking for guys. Seems like my future opponent. Every time a little bit similar physically, with the style, with the power, and we find someone. This is a young big guy from Russia, Congo, and we just started the sparring now. So that's nice. That's cool. This is a really nice guy. This is a really nice guy, and you have a big power. When you see when you see his body is he's really strong.
Can you tell us his name, or would you like
Yes,
to
Marcel,
disclose?
but I don't remember. That's why I don't remember his last name.
Okay,
But
no.
he is Marcel. But you're gonna see him on my Instagram, of course. No worries.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I was just curious about that. So right now, I know that you are focusing on your MMA career. You have actually quite an amazing MMA career, but is there any part of you that would still like, to compete in Muay Thai one
Can you
day?
repeat the question? Sorry.
Sorry. So you
No, sorry, my bad.
you are now focusing on your MMA career. You have quite an amazing journey in MMA, but is there any part of you who would like to still compete in Muay Thai one day?
Seriously, no. Honestly, no. Because
Okay.
I really enjoy myself in the MMA, and I remember the feeling when I did my first fight in the MMA. It was really crazy. it was really better than the Muay Thai. I prefer this area. The octagon is more space. I can move like I want. It's a little bit different. You can do too much thing when you compare with the Muay Thai or kickboxing. So that's why I prefer the MMA. But why not? Why not to go back to try something in kickboxing? Maybe in the kickboxing, but another idea maybe why not in the boxing?
Ooh.
Why not in the boxing? Yeah, why not in the boxing?
Would you like to test yourself? I mean, there are plenty of actually good heavyweight and also European heavyweight champions. Would you like to test yourself in boxing one day?
Yes, exactly. The other part of myself, yeah, I want to try this. But you see, when I did the choice to start the MMA, it was 50-50 with the boxing.
Oh, okay.
Because I was really aware with the Muay Thai and kickboxing. And you see, when I started this sport, the Muay Thai, I started because I saw that it was possible to make money. But if you are intelligent, you know, because I started at 24, 25, so it was not because it was a dream. And I was aware also about, yeah, you have more money in the boxing in the MMA as well. So that's why I did some training with some guys, some team in the boxing, and I tried a little bit with MMA Factory. But I did my choice with the MMA Factory because it was easy. It was really close to my house. And Fernando Lopez was a friend of a dad of my best friend. So that's why I did this choice. But well, why not? Why not? I feel comfortable with the boxing side also. Yeah, I like to have the big gloves and see everything. You can play a little bit more in the. For me, I can play a little bit more with the boxing style.
Whom would you like to face on the ring?
I don't know exactly, but of course the top, of course.
I'm going to insist here, but if you could pick just one name right now, let's say like you're calling out and tomorrow someone is going to promote this fight, whom would you like to face?
But you have all the guys in the top, of course. So you have that. This will be a big challenge. This is really. I must train a lot for this kind of guy. But when you look at the top, you have Anthony Joshua, Fury, Wilder. You have a lot of guys just below on the top 10. So yes, why not? One day I'm gonna try. One day I'm gonna do my best in MMA. And if that's possible, you need to manage this with the UFC. But if one day it's possible, if you give me my opportunity, yes, I'm gonna try that.
You have quite. I honestly, I believe you have one of the finest striking technique I ever seen in MMA. So I would really like to see you competing in boxing one day. I know that. Yeah. It's not that easy to translate one fighting style to another, but I'm pretty sure that your team will manage to do
with
that.
With a big focus, yeah, of course. With the help with another team, of course.
What are your plans for New Year's Eve?
For what?
New Year's Eve, Réveillon.
Oh, sorry. The plan is family first, like every time. And you see, I don't have all of my family in Paris. Ooh. I was born in the west of France, so I'm gonna go back with my wife and my daughters to see the grandparents and every family. We are over there, and we're gonna enjoy, but not too much. Just a few days because I must to keep focus.
I see. I mean, yeah, you're going to fight on January the 22nd.
That's really close. Yeah.
Messieurs, merci encore pour votre temps. Thank you very much for your time. Do you have any last message before I let you go?
Thank you very much for your attention, for all the media like you. Thank you very much, because without you, we are nothing. Without the fam, we are nothing. So we work together. So thank you at first, and thank you for every fan support me. And I hope I'm going to do a really great surprise in January. I hope.
Well, fingers crossed, and best of luck with your upcoming fight. Hopefully, I will hear again from you in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much, and have a good Christmas, and have a good the Réveillon.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Plaisir.